All right, guys, I thought I would jump back on. I have 30 minutes again. I'm hanging out in my scrapbook room, so I was like a little gun shy. I thought, I don't know if I want to jump back on, but here I am. I'm going to jump back on. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use the sampler set again. Okay, I'm going to use the sampler set, and this kit I'm going to use is called Busy Bee, and it's the Bee Suite templates. And so I am going to be using that as well. This is a past club kit though, but again, I love taking like a sampler set or nature walk. Actually, nature walk is one of my favorites. One of the scrapbooking starter kits, you know, anything like that, and combining it with the club kit and just banging out a page or two here and there. So easy to accomplish. So let me make sure I can see what my angle is. Same process, same as before. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna start by taking my background sheets out of this kit, because the Kiwi Club kits come with your main pattern, supporting patterns, everything's double-sided, of course, and then you get 3 2-page background sheets, so that's nice, so you don't have to go digging to find matching cardstock or things like that, and you get this nice, cohesive, elevated page design. And you get 2 of those, but of course every single one of them is double-sided. So I have these pictures of my daughter and her husband on just miscellaneous date nights that they've taken, of course. So I thought I would scrapbook those. Again, kind of getting those done. Let me see here. Kind of liking the lighter blue. Also, on top of picking your background sheet, like laying your pictures in this case is what I'm doing on top of them to see what it looks like. Kind of knowing maybe what layout or main pattern that you want to use with those pictures too. Right? Same process, kind of repeat, showing that. Very easy to adopt into your own creative process because it's pretty standard. Every single time I sit down to scrapbook, pretty standard. I actually like that softness of that. We'll go with that. All right. So now that I have my background picked, then that's when I jump into the first step, which is designing. If you want your backgrounds to go a certain way, you might need to shift those around, right? So change it left, right. I want these to go downwards, I think. So I'm going to do that. These pictures of my daughter that she gave me, they're all pretty much 4x6 in this case. So this will be specific to this picture's needs, but of course your picture's needs will change every time. And if it's easier to start with pictures, sometimes I find it easier to start with my pictures. Often I'll pull out a border, right, to start getting started to visualize and design my page. I definitely think, of course, always the key at this phase right here is to not stare at an empty page. So definitely you want to get designer templates out and start playing one way or another, okay? Now, what I was meaning by starting with your pictures, I'm going to pull out the photo templates, is that usually it is kind of helpful sometimes to start with your photos and then arrange other elements around that. So like I said, these are all pretty much 4x6s. So I don't know if I'll need to use the photos as much in my configuration. I might maybe crop some down to 4x5s. Let's see. That could go to a 4x5. So maybe I will just play around with some 4x5s in there as well, just to kind of give variation to it. Whenever I see photos that are one directional, like in this case, I instantly go to a photo lineup configuration, but across a page. That's really easy to accomplish. Well, you could do this way, you could do this way, and then the other way. It just depends on how much space you have, but otherwise maybe something like across. And so starting with your photos allows us then to fill in the remaining space around your photos. And so that's what I wanted to share with you, is that You know, in previous ones where I was scrapbooking with the sampler set, which again is 50% off, I'm just using it to knock out some pages of my own. It's been great, guys. And then inside of that, making sure to share that offer with you guys. And yeah, so I've just been using that to knock out some pages, and it's been great. Actually, we have 5 of them, so let me find. So like if we do 4x5, 4x5, 4x6, 4x6, I think I need one more. Let's see, maybe a 4x6 here. Let's go with that for a moment. I'm gonna use that photo placeholder there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna change it. So now if we start with our photos configurations, right, where we want our placeholders for our photos to be, now I'm gonna pull in some borders and play around with maybe framing those pictures, right? And this one dips down. I kind of like that it dips down here. It might give us a fun space to figure out and be creative with. I mean, part of the creative process is definitely giving your mind something to challenge it, something to focus on, right? Get creative with those spaces as well. And then again, these are from the sampler set. So I'm pulling in the wacky. I'm actually using Abbey Road. It does have the McKay Boulevard, but I used that last time. Literally just minutes ago. So I have it all out though, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just knock one more page out. I got a date with my husband here at 6, so I will finish this page, quickly go get ready, and then enjoy my evening. But I got some pages to finish. I am pairing this with the Kiwi Club, but I like to take that because when you have kind of this general set like the sampler set and then you pair it with another set, it just really takes the general designs and just, really enhance and increase the design potential of those sets. So I thought it would be fun to maybe incorporate this in. I specifically was looking at some title cards with the Kiwi Club, and then of course every Kiwi Club comes with I did books, I did events, and all that inspiration and events and support is right within the Kiwi Club. And then of course just having those ideas, easy access to create some cute, beautiful pages for your memories. I might actually, because I'm using the Kiwi Club, might just put that in. Be kind, be honest, be respectful, be grateful, be positive, believe in yourself. I like that. So, and then of course I want some journaling options. So super fun. Okay. Now, along with that, of course, when you're looking at the Kiwi Clubs, there's suggested featured sets. So it just depends on what you have in your collection. But those can be a lot of fun too. So now I'm kind of looking at these spaces just really quickly. I'm going to muse the idea and think, like, do I want to fill it? Do I just want to extend that? I don't know. That could be cute there. Something like that. I definitely like the little bees in here if I'm going to incorporate beehives into it. Okay. And maybe, because you could do, let me think here. I like to tuck things around. So I like to have a little bit of a cluster feel when I'm doing my pages. I like to kind of bring things in and leave a lot of clean open space around. So I like to do that. I think it gives your pictures a lot of breathing room, but it also makes the story that you're telling kind of come face forward, right? Right to the front and center. Front and center, that is. All right, so with the borders, I'm gonna take that and then I'm just gonna make sure to move it over here. I'm just still exploring options. Maybe I wanna go and a cross design, still kind of anchor that there. Maybe put this little journaling in that tag. Could be super cute. I do have this beehive. I'm just not quite sure. I could add it for a little texture if I want to, which will be a good fun tip to show too. So let's do that and see where that takes us. Okay. All right. That's pretty good. I like looking at this flower. I really think it's cute. Maybe I will. I don't know. I mean, again, as many layers as you want. You could do as many layers as you want and have lots of cute, fun elements there. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I want to quickly do a page. So now I'm going to take my matte main pattern here, and I think I'm going to work with this one. I liked how this looked with this background. And I'm going to cut my borders out of that, and I'm going to start with the borders here. And then place it on my paper. And I like to pull the main pattern, the one that's more themey or busier. And I like to genuinely, not all the time, so I always like to put that preference there, but for the most part, I like to put it in my border. I think it anchors the patterns. It takes it so it feels more anchored and not so overwhelming. Especially because the borders are larger, right, in size. And these ones are 12 inches, so it really feels like it adds a nice visual interest to your page, but then also, of course, anchors it. And then I'm just doing the one cut up the middle with the two borders, and then that gives me my two pieces. And you'll see that it lines up on the border edge as well. So it lines that up. And then, of course, I always like to ink it, so I'm gonna do it really quickly. We'll see how much light I keep here because the sun's already going down. Ooh, that looks so pretty on this white. I'm kind of rubbing the edges because I don't want it to feel, especially because it's a white background, I don't want that to feel too overwhelming. So I'm kind of like rubbing it versus like a guitar like we normally teach you how to do. Cute. Instantly. It's just an instant pop. So great. Instant pop. And it's fun. Again, I'm using basically the same set, pulled out a different border from that sampler set, and then just mix the sampler set with another like Kiwi Club. And you can do this, of course, each time you get a new Kiwi Club. Really, you don't even have to, you could grab something similar. Now granted, we recommend featured sets for those in the Kiwi Club, like again, just to kind of give you the same focus where I can grab a set or two of designer templates, my basic tools, right? My ink, my scissors, my daubers, my pencil, and then I can sit down and accomplish a page. Well, hopefully I can accomplish a page. Let's see how far we can get. All right, okay. And then on top of that, let's see. I'm going to take, I'm trying to think, do I want I love a polka dot. Love me a good polka dot. Why not? Let's do the polka dot. I'm gonna cut this starburst out of it. And you'll see here on the straight edge, now Wacky is included in that sampler set that is 50% off. But whenever we design something with the straight edge, we actually design it intentionally for tucking. So you'll see I tucked it in. It could be cute when you tuck it into a border. That's really fun. Either direction, sideways, top, bottom, left, right. You could definitely, I've seen people put them on the edges of the page, you know, but for the most part, I lean towards tucking them and layering them in that. And so it's kind of what I did there. And I'm gonna actually extend it out a little bit just because I think I needed a little bit more room around that photo. So I'm not going exactly to the edge on this case, just to give me a little bit more room. I think it worked for the most part, though. I'm gonna trace that on there. And then I'm gonna start my cut, and then I kind of just go up and around, not really specific. I kind of do this sometimes just to make the most, get the most as I can out of my paper, because you never know what you're gonna need that paper for as you continue on creating your page. Now you can go to a snipping motion on this one, but it actually would be okay in this case too. Let me actually start, is to just rotate that. So you see it kind of spins nicely when you rotate that paper through your scissors. So I don't have to start and stop my cuts. I can just keep that continual cut. I've noticed that with this design. Sometimes some cuts work great that way, sometimes it goes to snipping, but rotating that paper back and forth and keeping your station hand still is kind of the key on those. And then of course, little ink to hide any of those pencil marks. And then I'm just kind of doing a soft little cover on that. Now I don't have to do the straight edge, like I don't have to do this straight edge because I'm gonna be tucking it in behind the photos here. Like so, there we go. All right, and then we put that over there. And again, I've used these, I mean, I've just in the last few days, I've used these designer templates so many different ways, because you change the paper, the look changes as well. So I'm just gonna use this really quickly to cut this template out of here. And then and again, glide that through. So you'll see here, I'm doing that continual cut approach. And then I'm just rotating the paper through my scissors. So you can slow down your cuts though. You don't have to go as fast as I am. Definitely you can slow down. But again, I'm not being too hyper-focused on this. I'll probably need this for the bee. So I'm gonna keep that side of that paper here for a moment. Like so. Just again, I'm just kind of doing a nice little edging to that. Nothing too aggressive. Just kind of a nice little covering. All right. Now I'm going to look at my other side and kind of decide what patterns I want to do there. I'm going to pull in, I don't know, definitely I think I could pull in some red. I could pull in some of this blue stripes. Stripes are pretty cute. Maybe I'll do that in stripes. Now, there's a few ways you can do the stencil, even on this honeybee. If you have this in your set, in your collection, you could cut each one of these out or specifically this kit has some great little hexagons that we can pop up off of those. Great place for a little journaling spot. Or you could trace these onto any paper really and do the same thing, layer them on top. Or you could cut these inside out if you wanted to. So I'll probably do both approaches just so we can go through that. And again, this is the Busy Bee or Bee Sweet template. I actually think this one is in the shop. So you can check that one out. I think the template set is, the paper is not, if I remember correctly. So, but the template set is. So I'm gonna create, or just trace out the base of it, so the outside edge of it. And I did flip it over, so I'm doing it on the other side, even though I'm gonna have this strip pattern be the pattern that I show, but I just wanted to trace that out first. Okay, let me go ahead and cut this out. Like so. And then again, I'm kind of just going and gliding that through little pieces by pieces. I'm trying to remember which one showed because I'm tucking it into my picture. So I'm gonna cut this out really fast, then lay it back out and see which ones I want to cut the circle out of or the hexagon out of, and which ones do I want to just leave as a solid with a little pop-up. Okay, before I cut anything out, I'm gonna actually ink the outside edge because this will be a lot easier than when I start doing details inside of the hexagon stencils feature there. So I'm gonna just add a little ink to the outside because that will be a lot easier when I actually get the other pieces. Okay, so then, right, actually I flipped it. I could choose which ones of those actually show. So not terribly many of them show. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out, I think I'm gonna cut out this one. I'm gonna do title, 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 title. I'll cut out this one and we'll do this one. Okay. So those three, I'm gonna cut out the insides, but the other ones I'm not. I didn't finish tracing that bottom part, probably because it was tucked, but let me finish tracing that. So I'm gonna lay it over, trace those insides out. And then for me, I'm just gonna actually poke in with my scissors, especially if you have enough space here, and then you just cut a little kind of X or star, right? Just to kind of loosen that inside. If you want to cut the inside, you can use an X-Acto knife, but I already have my scissors out, so I'm just gonna use kind of that, and it works. So this really, you don't have to, again, you don't have to make it more complicated or anything. It's just basically cut that inside out. And whenever I definitely get rough edges when I do this, which again, the inking is gonna smooth that out for you. So it's kind of why I inked the outside, because I'm gonna, it's gonna be a little bit more flimsy, right? When you start cutting some spaces out of these. Like so. Okay. It helps to loosen that. It's not worth the hassle to keep every inside piece. Like for me, I'll just throw these pieces away. So I'm definitely not trying to keep it intact. Like those will be trash, right? Most likely. And then I will take a little bit of ink with my dauber and just kind of smooth those rough edges out. Just kind of smooth those out. And the same thing with this one, just gonna smooth it out. Okay, so that was what we had there. And then I did want to, I think I want to add some of these little journaling boxes. I like the thought of little journaling options there. So for me, because I'm using this kit, I'm just gonna cut these out. But if you were using other paper, then you would just take now the stencil and you would trace it onto another piece of paper, trace and cut that out, and then pop it on top, like I'm doing in these other spaces. Okay. And then, let's see, we had photo. I remember if that's how I had it. I don't think it really matters. Oh, I think I had it this way. Do I like it that way or do I like it the other way? I think either way works. So really a preference, whatever works for you. And then I'm just working those in. And because I have my beehive going this way, I'm just kind of placing these on there. Maybe I'll do little flowers or something in those other spots. Just a cute little, I don't know, pop of flower. I actually have these from the other kit I was doing, but just as an example, I'll show you, you know, you could do a little cute pop of flowers or something in the middle of those. So you could decorate the solid ones, you can have fun with those, you know, all of those things. Yeah, I love just playing around with the options. And one layout you may choose to do solid. On another layout, you may choose to cut those open. On another layout, you may, you know. So the stencil feature is there for variety. Like whenever you see the stencil feature on templates, it's there for variety. You could do a solid and doodle those onto like a nice, like solid black color, you know, paper, whatever it is that you're working with. So that could be really cute there too. Super fun. Okay, now I'm actually gonna work in, I'm gonna have to find some journaling paper there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, do I wanna do journaling paper? I did just add these journaling spots. This one can be cute. Let me add this one too. Sweet as honey, because they're on their date nights. It's cute. Okay. And then of course, you know, whenever I create with the bees, I didn't pull any, I didn't put any vellum over, but doing little vellum leaves or wings, sorry, is so cute. Little vellum wings, super fun to play with. And then of course you can, you know, try different ways and layers with those bees to play with, which are always cute to do too. So let me pull in, where'd that black go? We're definitely gonna have to layer up on my bees a little bit, I think. So definitely I need, let me see what colors we got here. That's a cute one, so cute. You could do cute little yellow belly. Let me pull in some yellow. Oh, I was trying to find my yellow. Sorry, there we go. I only need the smallest little bit. I'm gonna do, maybe I'll do a yellow belly and red wings or something like that. Or you could do, I think the key that I'm trying to get to is that you can do your typical black and yellow, you know, bee, or you can have fun playing around with the different layers and colors with it. So I might do like a yellow belly, throw on some stripes. You can use a fine point pen, maybe I'll do. I don't think I brought my fine point pen doodling on there, so I'll have to do a little doodling. Or we could do some strips of black. You just cut, you know, cut some strips out. And then add those, you know, kind of across your bee like this. How cute is that? Super cute. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my wings. I don't know, maybe I want cute little red wings. Cute, let's try it. I'm gonna trace those out. Need to go get my liquid glue here. We'll layer those on top. So again, vellum, so cute to add some vellum as your wings. That could be really cute. Incorporate that in. Okay, let me go get my liquid adhesive. I didn't grab that. I need it for the little details. That way we can finish our little bumblebee here. Okay. So if you have the bumblebees, you might have an itch now to pull it back out and create with it. It really is such a happy set. If you don't have this one, it is in the shops, I think. I did not check before, but I'm just mixing this Busy Bee template set, the one that I'm playing with. And I did mix that with just the sampler set. That's 50% off right now. Great if you have a friend that's a scrapbooker or wants to be a scrapbooker even. Maybe somebody that's like, oh, I wish I could do that, but they have not quite, you know, committed yet. Then it might be a great gift to give them that little bit of extra encouragement to do that. And so I'm just gonna trim up those edges. Oh, so fun. I think I could make bees all day long. Gonna add a little glue here. Cute little enamel dot, or again, doodle on that. Where did my little pop-up go? Cute. Definitely I'm gonna doodle around that a little bit. It'll be so fun. Okay, then my next task, I'm going to, I guess, just to finish this up, I'll probably create a bee over here as well. So take that other bee, probably do something similar, just kind of match the same vibe I have going on. And I'll just trace the body, and then I'll do the leaves like I did the last one. Again, maybe even add some vellum, because some vellum would maybe soften the red, but I kind of liked that pop of red, so that's kind of a fun little touch to it. Okay. And then I'm just using the little extra piece of black that I had. I'm cutting out just some basic strips. Add those to our bee. Like that. And then add those strips. Like so. Okay, let me let those dry. And then add in the wings. I know, aren't they so cute? Yeah, they're a keeper. These little bees and Dolores, I think they're so fun. I guess unless you're allergic to bees, I guess that's a way to, you know, hang out with bees, is if just create bees out of paper if you're allergic to bees. Are any of you guys allergic to bees? My friend Kate is allergic to bees, and she has to carry around what's an epi stick or whatever with her wherever she goes, because you never know where bees are. I'm trying to remember who said their dog was allergic to bees, and I remember thinking, that's crazy. I'm trying to remember who told me that once, that their dog was allergic to bees. So, okay. And then ink, 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 ink. And then I think that's dry now. I'll trim that up. Yeah, Effie bins. That's not, like I said, because bees just kind of show up sometimes, right? They're not as bad as wasps. Wasps are seriously annoying. Oh, look how cute, little bees. All right, and then I'm gonna add a little glue, add in my wings, and then we will probably, oh, didn't add enough glue. A little bit more. 2 pages done almost. I didn't think I was gonna get that done today, but everything got done and everyone left and I had this quiet house to myself and I was like, okay, I'm gonna scrapbook. And then I just decided to scrapbook with you guys. So here we go. So I think I'm gonna add in the strip over here, the strip pattern, just to kind of balance that. Again, that's usually what I do when I'm trying to decide what patterns to put where. I just see if it works out, and if it works out, then I just run with it because I don't have to overthink it. So I think this arrow could be really cute in the strip pattern. So we'll cut that out there. And then also, I'm going to cut out let's see. Trying to think what to do in that tag. I was thinking about journaling, but I don't know if I need journaling now. I think maybe just those little spots will be enough journaling for them. Put that there. And trim down my pictures really fast, add those. So I don't know if I'm gonna do this now. I think I'll just add that flower. And honestly, I might even loop that flower. See how cute that could be tucked in there? So fun. Let me cut the flower out really fast because that could be really cute. I think I'm gonna do red flower with a yellow tip. I'm just gonna kind of pull in the same patterns I'm already using. So let me see, I'm looking to make sure, yeah, I wanna go this direction. I was seeing what the direction of the pattern went the other way so that I don't take in more of the 12-inch length. So then I was just taking a look at that. And then cute little red flower. Like so. Oh, I think some people just got home. And I'm just gliding this through, especially anything kind of round like this. Just slow your cuts down and then just glide it through with your hand. So just kind of gliding that through. That continual cut. Okay. And I do love my Tim Holtz scissors. I'm trying to remember I think it was just, somebody said, because we always recommend Fiskars, and somebody asked me the other day about, because they saw in the community, somebody mentioned this Creative Memories scissors, but I was like, and they're like, well, which series? And I was like, oh, I don't know. So I don't know what that means, or if there's just one standard Creative Memories scissors. But I had no idea what to say. I was like, I don't think there's many, but who knows? I don't know. I'm not the one to answer that. So mostly because I haven't used them myself. I use the Tim Holtz because it does the job. But yeah, if anyone knows, let me know. Pretty sure there's just one standard one, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna trace that out. And then slow cuts on the tips for detail, little fussy cutting here. Whenever I have to like feel like I'm getting small and like where my fingernails get in the way of my cuts, that's what I consider fussy cutting. That's where I'm like, okay, I gotta slow down my cut here because it's getting a little small. So, okay, I'm trying to find some pop-up again. Oh, Valerie says that they have a small pair that is great for cutting. So maybe that's what she meant. Dolores, you have asthma and 11 food allergies. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Oh my goodness. We have a cat, and I just recently noticed that when I'm around her, I get really itchy. I don't remember being allergic to cats. Maybe I'm starting to get allergic in my old age. I don't know. But yeah, crazy. Just random happened, I guess. But literally every time I'm around her lately, I just get itchy. I'm not if I'm like in the home, so I guess I'm lucky there. But if she comes up and I pet her, or if she lays next to my face for some reason, like on the couch, and I just itch. So my kids are like, that's so sad. I'm like, I know. Don't know what happened. I'm trying to think what I want the stem to be. Maybe, do I have enough of that black? Let's try it. I do have black on one of the back of these papers, but maybe it will work. Oh, not quite. Well, just kidding. It actually will work. Wait, hold on. Which way do I want it to go? And I want it to go that way. So, ooh, it's gonna be tight. Super tight. I'm gonna make it work. Then I don't have to cut into the 12-inch sheet. And that right there is another benefit of using the templates, is you can actually lay it on the smallest piece of scrap and utilize it. Because you can test it, right? You can test it before you start to see if that scrap of paper will make it work or not. And I'm tucking in the bottom, so technically it doesn't matter what the bottom looks like, because that's going to be tucked inside. Little pop-up on that as well. Guys, I just finished another page. It's crazy. I'm telling you, the sampler set, you can pull out a Kiwi Club and off you go. Or just a border set, whatever it is. Just pull out a few sets and Kiwi Club, or if you have paper stash, but I'm using Kiwi Club. Just your paper, right? Paper, pictures, a few templates, your basic tools, and you really don't need much to finish a page. All right, so I'm gonna quickly add my pictures. And then, let's see, I think I was going to trim these two down. So I'm going to take my 4x5s, and then I'm going to lay that up top here and trace that out. I'll do that with this other one. I have to really kind of push sometimes on this photo. So if you have you can use a little black pen or a white pen if you need to, because sometimes people mention it, like, how do you see that? And I'm like, well, I really push hard on those to kind of see those spots. And then So if that doesn't work for you, just get a white pen or a black pen as your cropping device. And then of course there, boom, boom. Done. I have to go get ready. I gotta go get ready for my date night myself. All right, guys, I'm not gonna jump on live anymore tonight. That's it, probably. But I hope you guys genuinely enjoy the rest of your Saturday, your weekend, all the above. And again, if you know anyone that wants the sampler set, 50% off, or buy it for a friend. Share the video with your friends, your scrapbooking friends, or tag them in the comments on all of the videos. I've done three layouts in the last few days using the sampler set as my base set to kind of build my layouts on, and then just kind of added in other elements. So super easy to use, and of course super fun as well. All right, guys, thanks again. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye now.